You're doing the devil's business, you damn bohemians.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Screenshots, the Drinking Game Movie Podcast. Before it starts, I just want to let everybody know that Johnny Cruz was wrong. Johnny Cruz was wrong.
Who told you that?
Yeah. Okay.
What are you talking about? Hold on, So what happened was, Mark is like, I'm like, hey, want to go see that movie? The movie with the letter is the title, and he goes, oh, nobody's gonna see that. So then, like, I was a month ago, and then we don't do it, and then like today he texts me, he goes, no, Johnny, you were right, you gotta go do it. Don't even worry about it. Let's go do it.
Editors show the proof that it was Johnny who fucked up. He was like, no one's gonna see the stupid movie. Just come up with another idea and don't do that. And then like 2 weeks later, he's like, the first thing he said is, "You're right. Let's do a podcast on X."
No, I didn't say it was a dumb. I said nobody was good. I didn't say nobody was gonna see it. I just didn't think it would get as a big a release as it did.
Yeah, I'll just show the messages, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. Whatever.
All right, Johnny, what's it making?
What's what making? What's the title of the movie, Mark?
What's X making and what's it about?
Is it pronounced X or is it like xylophone, like zzz?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The title.
I actually don't.
An X can sound
I
like
actually
a Z.
don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, I'm the king of good questions. But anyway, what was your question? What did you just ask me to do?
What's it making and what's it about?
I'll tell you what it's about first, right? So you can't get me on when I'm doing the story recap.
Fine.
That's not fair.
Yeah, it's in the rules anyway.
So basically, X is there's a bunch of damn dirty hippies and they're doing their pornos and stuff, and they're gonna get a break, and the main girl, I forget her, Max or even whatever her name is, she wants to be a big star. She's like, I'm gonna be a star, and then they go to like this creepy old house where murderers live, obviously, and you know something's afoot there as they start having sex and things start to go really, really haywire. But it's what would you guys guess the production budget is? I would say somewhere around $5 million. I don't know. I have no idea.
8 to 10.
Really? Even though it's one
Yeah,
location,
I don't.
or basically.
Well, I don't know because I was thinking about that too because it was. I don't know.
Anyway, all right.
Question.
So let's say the production budget is $5 million. It's probably going to end up making. Box Office Pro has the precise prediction at $3.3 million, but apparently it made 2.5 on Friday, including the Thursday night previews. So if that gets like some kind of a bump on Saturday to, let's say, over 2 million for Saturday, then that's 4.5, and then you go back down to, let's say, 1.3 million for Sunday, which would be pretty good. You have somewhere above 5, around 5 or 6. So I think that'd be a pretty good opening, especially if it has some good legs, some good word of mouth among this niche thing of horror fans around there. I think it'll probably end up doing somewhere between 10 and 20. If I had to be precise, I would say 10, 15 million domestically, which would be pretty good. I
think it'll
if it has a $25 million budget, that'd be good.
I think it'll do good, especially because I don't even know why, but everyone's talking about this movie.
Which is hilarious because this is the first time I've ever heard of it.
Well, it had a minimal market. That's the thing it has going for it then, because it didn't have a lot of marketing.
Yeah,
so the
I
marketing
didn't even
budget's
know
probably
it was
small.
a thing. I can't really hear myself.
Okay, I'll cut real quick.
It's weird.
All right, everybody, sorry, we're back. Amanda, what you were saying about the are you really playing with your microphone?
No, there's something wrong with my mic, dude.
Shut up.
I don't know what's
what
wrong
were you
with
saying
it.
about the budget? What do you think the budget's gonna be, or was?
I wasn't saying anything.
Oh, I said oh yeah. So Amanda's on this side now, if you haven't noticed, because Mark punched her, and then she wanted to come on my side of the table. So Mark is a dirty domestic abuser. But the speaking of domestic abuse, this movie, is there domestic? Well, the husband's kind of weird. I don't know, but yeah, it has a minimal marketing budget, so I can't imagine that it needs to make more than like 15 million domestically to break even. So, what?
You said husband.
Oh, that's a good one.
Woo!
That's a good
We're getting Johnny fucked.
Yeah, I have to work at 11 p.m. tonight.
Whose fault's that?
It's
My
Johnny's.
job.
It's actually Johnny's.
I actually
fault.
like working there. People are always like, "Oh, work, man." It's like I kind of like complaining about it, where you're like, "Oh no," but it's like it's actually fun when you.
I haven't complained about my job in years.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about the
It's
movie.
a full shot,
What'd
right?
you guys think? Like first impressions.
I want to hear Amanda's first impressions.
It's not good.
She didn't like it.
I don't like these types of horror movies. And I don't know. It's just To me,
Move your hand out of Amanda's face.
You're gonna have to ding her in a few seconds. Though.
Okay,
Don't do it now.
alright.
what?
So continue, Amanda. Continue.
To me, it's just, I don't know. It was just recycled bullshit from what I've been seeing from the past couple of years of modernized horror. And I would rather watch Halloween Kills than this. I would rather watch Texas Chainsaw than this, the new one. I'd rather watch
Really?
Malignant again.
Well,
And
now
I didn't like that
That's
either.
pretty crazy.
Now Malignant's kind of got like that artistic thing that we're all like kind of in on now.
What are
So
you talking
but
about?
didn't
I-
that guy yell at us
What?
in the comments, and you taught us about like the director?
We didn't
Oh, yeah.
yell. He was being he was.
Oh, no, I'm
educating you
being
guys,
hyperbolic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, I don't know. Like, there's just something about these types of movies that I don't think is cool. Like, the only good thing, like the only redeeming quality, in my opinion, was the special effects. Because this movie just reminded me of how much people want to be like M. Night Shyamalan and then fail miserably. Because I got his vibe, like his movie vibe in it. And then it was just like throwing too many things at once at us. And I was just like getting audibly annoyed in the movie theater.
Yeah, you kept hitting the cheese doodle bag, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I just kept scaring me. You were like,
I wasn't
every time on top of the cheese doodle
because
bag.
it's just like it's boring and annoying, and it's really, I don't know, it's
No,
aggravating.
that's very interesting.
Yeah, it's aggravating.
Because before I go into my thoughts, ding her twice because she said horror and movies.
Oh,
Jesus Christ.
Does
shot
it
and a
count?
half.
Because she said it twice. I mean, she said two words that were in the same breath. Does that?
No, it doesn't count. That doesn't
Alright.
count as a phrase.
I actually really like this movie. I was
you
really,
still have to take a shot anyway.
I just
so-
did
He
it.
did. He did
Oh.
it. He did.
I was
it
really
already, yeah.
impressed by it, and obviously, like I'm sure whoever I don't know a lot about the director, but I could tell there were some like on purpose references to Boogie Nights, which is the Paul Thomas Anderson movie from 1997 about porn.
With Mark Wahlberg?
Yeah.
Oh.
There had to be because there was actually there was blatant references, dude. They referenced like first of all, the first shot of her doing cocaine was very Boogie Nights, but that could just be a coincidence.
That's every 70s
Whatever.
movie.
But also it takes place in the late 70s when the porn industry was in a transitional time between home video and film,
How does he know so much about porn?
How do you think?
because that's what they talk about it in Boogie Nights. That's the whole premise of Boogie Nights is that Philip Baker Hall comes in and tells what's his name, Burt Reynolds'
One more
character.
time.
Burt Reynolds' character, he goes, "Oh, times are changing. We're gonna go to this video shit." And he goes, "If it looks like shit, it must be shit." And so there was some kind of like, not like tonally, but there were some like references that I kind of liked to Boogie Nights in there. But
to be honest, I didn't even know that's what that movie was about.
really,
I never saw it.
but also another reference is that there was a big. Oh, well, this isn't really a spoiler, but there's a big fake giant cock in both movies.
That was gonna be a word I was gonna write down, but I
Yeah,
didn't. The reason
idiot.
why I didn't, because I was like, is he gonna say dick or cock? I know he says cock a lot
Yeah.
because he loves them. I didn't know which one. I didn't know which one to do.
But I thought it was really good. Like there was only this movie. This is how good this movie is. This movie only had 3 dumb parts in it, like 3 dumb horror stuff. And like when you're like, why are you doing that? Everything else actually
yeah, that I
played
agree
out
with.
really good.
That I agree.
Good.
with.
Good. That was really good. I enjoyed that. And Brittany Snow, the
Yeah.
girl who plays the
The
blonde
blonde
girl.
one.
I actually met her in real life. I was doing that. I was a PA for that show, Almost Family, and she came to the set one day.
Oh, really?
But I thought she was great in this. The first like 30 minutes of the movie is very her character heavy, and then she kind of disappears a little bit. And I was like, what are you gonna do? But I would have liked to seen her a little bit more because I thought that she was great, and I thought that all the cast was good, and I liked watching all those characters and stuff.
You know that guy was Kid Cudi,
Who's Kid Cudi?
the black guy in it.
He's
Kid,
like a musician.
oh, Kid Cudi's like
Yeah,
a
he's-
rapper. or
Yeah,
he's a
something?
rapper. I
the
didn't know
Pursuit of
that was
Happiness
him.
song.
Yeah.
That's his.
I don't know.
And then
know
that-
that song.
I know the movie Pursuit of Happiness, spelt with a Y instead
Yeah,
of an I.
that's with Will Smith.
And Jaden Smith.
The other girl, Mia Goth. She was the one with the blue eyeshadow, snorting coke all the time.
Oh,
The main
okay.
girl.
Yeah, she was in the fuck was that movie?
I'll look it up. Mark, what did you think about the movie?
I thought it was gonna be a lot worse than it was. You know, because when like Amanda explained it to me. When Amanda explained it to me, I was like thinking that it wasn't gonna be very
Oh,
good.
A Cure for Wellness. That's a
It's
good movie.
Cure for Wellness. But as the movie got on, I was trying to rate it in my head,
Yeah.
and it started at a 6, but then like it would fluctuate. So like I'm not gonna tell you what my final score is, but it's definitely better than what I thought it was gonna be. And I didn't think it dragged. Like I didn't think the only problem I have with movies like this is that when I know a movie takes place within the span of one day, it kind of makes me like feel weird while I'm watching it. You know.
I guess.
I don't know, cause I'm like so focused on like this is all happening in one day.
Yeah, that's true. I don't know. It's just what I expected, and none of what I expected was what I wanted. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm very picky, and I just like the traditional horror. I wouldn't even call this a slasher, to be honest, because that's how it's marketed, or that's how it's just described.
I would say it has like a twist on the slasher thing.
Yeah, I mean it. I don't know. It's just like slashers are like, you know, obviously the classics, the cult classics are like, even the. I always keep talking about the mid 2000s horror movies because they're the fucking best. Like the ones that I show, like, do you still have that index card? Like I wrote a bunch down on.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. I have it
Yeah.
somewhere.
Because like the one on there called Rest Stop is an excellent horror movie, and like I don't know, I just feel like these characters fall flat, and that's like a huge like problem for me.
Yeah, that was one of the
Like
things
there's
that like.
no character behind anyone.
Well, I think there's
Except behind the old
some a
lady.
little bit, but there's not. Like I was thinking about that. I liked watching the characters, even though a lot of them didn't feel that. Didn't feel that, you know, defined or not
Yeah.
defined, but like layered, I guess.
But then I guess
But-
you don't really need it for the type of subject matter.
Right.
you
But I
know?
liked watching everybody's performances and stuff. But I thought the most interesting character was definitely the old lady, without spoiling it. at
Dingham.
all.
Ooh.
that old lady.
Damn,
I have to take my other half shot.
boy. Damn.
Anyway, what should we should do
Well,
ratings?
hold on, wait. So, yeah, okay, we can do rating because there's everything I want to say.
Why did you move the Johnny Walker off the table?
Because you were dragging it on the table so everyone could hear.
I got a
My
lot of
God.
gold.
Nice. Okay, so let's do the ratings. And overall, Johnny, please don't drag the whiskey across the table.
That
Please,
giant
my God.
handle.
Am I dragging you down?
That giant handle.
Anyway, I think the movie better than I thought. It is something I would recommend to specific types of people.
Yeah.
Like
agree.
I probably wouldn't do this because it ends like really oddly.
Don't.
No. Like for the type of person I'd recommend it to.
Okay.
I'd because I had I'll tell you in the spoilers. I liked it. I give it a 7.
I'll be nice and give it a 5 because 5 out of 10. Just because I
You thought
know
it was bad.
I don't think it's terrible. I've seen worse, but like it's nothing that I didn't expect to happen, and I kind of wish that they did better with it when it comes to. I don't know. Like I just
You
I
used the
just-
word garbage. when we were
yeah, I
leaving the
did.
movie theater.
I did because it is kind of garbage. Like it's a lot of those modernized horror movies, and it's just bad.
You said garbage.
Come on.
That's so shitty.
I will say that I was impressed by this movie, and it was a little better than I expected, and I really thought it was good. I really enjoyed it.
You
Even
guys
though
need to watch older horror movies. You really do.
I've watched it. I don't
mean old. I mean like the ones that I gave you. Like
Oh, okay.
because they're fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And they're so much better. And I don't know. Like this reminds me a lot of The Visit. Have you seen that?
No, but I know the twist and what
Yeah,
happens
it
and
reminds me of that.
stuff.
It's just like, oh, these, crazy psychotic old people like that aren't quite right in the middle of fucking
yeah, there
nowhere
were
in the
definitely
South.
there were definitely twists.
Don't talk about any.
No, this is spoiler free.
Okay.
There were definitely some twists that I thought were kind of shitty twists. I was like, okay.
In my head, I knew everything was.
But
gonna
for the
happen when it
most
did.
part, I thought it was pretty straightforward.
The only I wouldn't say it dragged it but going back to the overall thoughts, like obviously I liked watching all the characters even though they didn't. The only thing keeping it from like a great movie is that like I didn't feel anything that I didn't have an extreme emotional reaction to any of the characters like situations or
Yeah.
anything really, but even though I thought that like a few of them were kind of interesting, but the way that the actual horror stuff plays out and the scares play out is very, very good because it doesn't rely on just like, oh, some person's going to look out of a window and then they're going to go, and then it gets all quiet and then something pops out of the darkness. Like it's none of that but like tacky stuff, the all this kind of scares or like the tension feels really earned. And well, I was going to say something else, but I kind of forgot. Oh yeah, it didn't drag at all. but I did feel it drag because I was like, oh, I want to get out of here because I didn't like seeing everybody because I don't like everybody watching people all die like horrible deaths in movies. That was, but I guess that's a good thing.
Oh, that was your problem? Mine was the opposite. I'm like, I really don't want to see them fill this porno anymore.
No, I liked both of those.
Yeah, of course you fucking did.
You
Oh,
scum.
dude, Brittany
I
Snow's
was-
hot as fuck.
I was fine with the fucking killing. Just get me out of the sex scene.
Dude, I love. Oh, I can't talk about that. She said sex scene,
She said sex.
dude. All the ladies
Damn,
except
that is
all the
fucked.
ladies except for the old lady, I enjoyed watching in that on that little.
Can we, before we go to
8mm
spoilers, is
camera.
that old lady an actual actress or is that somebody in costume?
Let me
It's
see.
in costume because that's the worst makeup I've ever seen in my
Yeah,
life.
somebody look up the actor and actress that played.
I
The actor and actress. So there was two people, one a man and one a woman that played the old lady.
No one played the man and the lady. What?
I kept looking at her makeup. I don't know what the fuck they did to her face, but it looked like 3 different people were playing her. Like in my opinion.
Sometimes I can see that.
It looked
I
like
can see that
3 different
sometimes.
people were playing her, and I'm like it's either not consistent makeup or something, or CGI or something on her face.
Well, you guys are gonna lose your fucking minds.
Who is it? Who is
No, I'm
it?
not gonna tell you.
I probably won't know who it is.
Why not?
I'm
Why
not
can't
gonna
you
tell you until
us?
spoilers.
Okay.
Okay.
Then watch
Wait.
spoilers
So wait.
if you want to know.
my
what-
rating. My rating. What'd you give it? A 7. You gave it a 7.5.
I gave it 5.5.
I give it a 7.7. No, 7.8. 7.8. That's my final answer. Final answer.
Final answer.
So mix it all together. 7.87 with a 5. Mix it all
5.5,
together.
5.5.
What?
That's what she said.
You
That- That's what
Oh,
she
she said 5.5.
That's what
I thought
she
you were saying
said.
the amalgamation was
No.
5.5. I'm gonna say 7.3. 7.3 is what the final answer is. Boom!
You
Put it up
you
there. I got
You
it.
got it right last time, so maybe you'll
I got
get
it dead right last time. I got Batman dead right.
No. You got what's the Batman? Yeah. it was
Yes,
Ba-
because you
yeah,
and
it
Danny
is
gave it a
Batman.
10. I gave it an 8.8. I said 9.5. I was correct. Anyway, spoilers.
Spoilers in 3, 2, 1.
You know what? I'm the biggest star here, man. That's the way it is. I want to fuck. It's my big dick. So everybody get ready fucking now.
The old lady is played by the protagonist, Mia Goth. It's the same two lady. It's the
Really?
same two girl. She has makeup on her.
Oh, that
Oh,
bothered-
okay.
I didn't even
bothers
notice. That was
me.
pretty good. I did not suspect that at all. So good on her.
I didn't either. I guess good on her, but like the makeup could have been way better.
Yeah,
Because
but
it looks like 3 different people in my
well, she did look
perspective.
fucking gross, which is
yeah.
good.
But that's the. I know I feel like I'm shitting on this movie the whole time, but like when like certain movies do old people, I feel like they overdo it. And this was definitely one of those times where I felt like it was so overdone. Like you're in your 90s and like you're like this close to death. Like you look treacherous. Like you
Yeah.
look impossibly
Yeah.
ill.
Have you not seen what Joe Biden looks like? He's only 70 something.
Yeah, but he looks better than that.
Leave it to Johnny
Oh, I
to,
don't
to
know.
bring
Like
Joe
they have
Biden
like
into a
so
movie
many
podcast.
liver spots on the man, like it's almost
Yeah.
impossible.
Yeah, but it kind of like the whole point is that they're supposed to be like these gross people. Like the
I
whole point is
know.
that she's supposed to be so gross looking.
I
dude.
know. But like if they no offense, but if they made her actually a little bit heavier and plumper and like made her skin sag, that would have been better.
Mm,
You
yeah.
know? Like that would have gave off more of a vibe than, "Oh, I'm a skeleton with liver spots."
I
Like,
did like because I saw the trailer once and I was like, oh, so maybe something with the cows makes them dead or something.
Oh yeah,
and
there's
then
a
I
lot of
kind
cows.
Like
I
a
ki-
second
so I thought it was
happening.
gonna be a supernatural thing, like,
oh,
but I
yeah.
kind of liked how it was just some horny old bitch. She's like, I want to have, I want somebody to lay down on top of me.
Which, by the way,
Ding him.
No, she did it.
oh shit, that's a full shot.
That's a
All right,
full shot.
give me the call. I might have to put that on the tab because I gotta go to work in like an hour.
That's great.
That's
great.
funny. I said it too. I said sex, and I'm like, wait a minute. They
You
already said sex. I'm gonna say lay down on top of them.
That's great.
Shit, that was a good one.
The movie, like for the first half,
Uh-huh.
when they were at the property, was depressing. You should shake that up, by the way. To get all the sugars on the bottom.
I don't want the sugar.
Okay. It was super depressing, which I thought like this was.
I take my coffee black, like that little girl's men from Airplane.
Huh?
Obscure
Whoa.
movie reference for
Whoa,
you.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither. And I've seen
Anyway.
Airplane.
Anyway,
Obviously, you
can
haven't.
you shut up?
Yes, I have.
I thought it was really depressing because you know
oh, wait.
it was marketed as a horror movie, I thought they were totally gonna do a 180 and then show like some like, oh, this old woman's depressed and like they like she dies like without having sex again and love again. And obviously that didn't happen, but I was like when they were singing the Fleetwood Mac song, what's the title of that song?
Spoopy boppy boop.
Yeah, that one. They
Changes, I think.
no, that's David Bowie.
No, it's well. Then what is it?
I've been afraid of change. I don't know the song's
I'm
name.
pretty sure it's Changes. isn't it?
Changing.
All right, well,
Okay. Anyway, I like, and it showed like she was depressed. They did her. You might not think so, but I think they did a good job of trying to make her like humanized. You know.
Well,
yeah, I liked her predicament. I was like, oh, she's just some poor, horny lady who wants to have sex, and that's why she starts killing everybody.
Would you? Would? Jeez. Fuck. And I thought that the husband was lying, like, oh, it's my heart. I thought he just didn't want to have sex with her. But then there was a fucking old people sex scene.
Yeah, that was funny. That was good.
That was horrible.
That was weird. Was the husband and one of the other actors?
Yeah, he was some old guy.
He was an actual old person.
Oh, it's
So-
called Landslide.
Landslide, such a good song.
It is a good song. I wonder if Brittany Snow actually sang that.
It sounds like, well, she was in Pitch Perfect, so she can sing.
Yeah.
That's
So
probably
her pitch is perfect.
Yeah, her pitch is 100%
'Cause I was gonna
perfect.
say she didn't murder that song, so that's good.
I found it strange because like Hollywood's like very liberal and stuff, but this movie felt a lot like maybe it's, there's a lot of different probably interpretations to it because you can argue like it's arguing both things, I guess. But
Yeah.
like there was like a weird not a weird but like a message about like these people kind of pay for their sins type thing.
Well,
Like
yeah,
so there's
and, like,
some
you're-
religious stuff to it.
Yeah, and like you're getting older, so like meanwhile, like you want to enjoy your life, but like you also can't be a whore at the same time.
Yeah,
like
like, that was a cool thing with when they're talking about like I like the thing with like the guys like you damn naked hippies walking around here with your big giant cocks and stuff. I'm gonna shoot you in the chest.
What did you guys think about like? Because I don't know what the character said, but when he was like, "I'm trying to make a really good movie. Like I want this to be a
Oh, dude, I love that guy, dude. Holy shit, that guy was hilarious. Oh,
He
I'm gonna
was-
make porn. I'm gonna film a penis going into a vagina, but it's cinema.
it's art. It's art. It's what?
Oh, he got
You
me.
said cinema.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
the kids like it's actually like this is like fucking. Imagine oh man, Martin Scorsese would not approve of that kid's movie.
What's that guy's name? Like,
RJ.
Yeah.
No,
the actor.
yeah.
I don't know
He
what
looks
the
familiar.
actor is.
You know what he looks like? He looks like the kid from 1917, but I don't think it's him.
Mm.
He looks like the southern version of him.
So, but seriously, he was trying to make a professional and like real sentimental
Mm.
like porn.
I did feel really bad for him.
Yeah,
Dude, that was so
yeah.
funny, dude. That was so fucking funny.
Really? I thought it was really sad.
Well, it was sad,
No,
but it was
Johnny's
also
cruel.
hilarious.
Johnny's
You're an
cruel.
asshole.
You know what Johnny said last
wait,
episode?
No. You know that if you had a girlfriend that you were with for probably 4 years and she was like, I want to make a pornography with like this like fucking like sleazy dude.
I want to have
even
sex
know.
with this black guy.
Yeah, and like I don't know these
That'd be
people,
s-
but
that
like
was
I
so
want to be
funny
in
to
this
me.
porno. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Like if I was
No.
that guy, that'd be terrible. I wouldn't want that to happen.
Exactly.
But I also I didn't know how long they were dating for, but also
It
like it
doesn't
was just kind of
matter.
funny because like all this she just saw like 2 sexes and then she was like, oh, I want to go do it.
well,
And then they,
my-
did, and they did it like
my-
within that 10 minutes of her saying I
Yeah.
want to do it, they were doing it.
Well,
It
the
was
the
so
reason,
good. And then he
when-
cries in the bathroom.
when
and I'm all
I
laughing
saw
at it.
that scene, I thought that maybe she was like very sheltered because she wasn't talking.
That's what
and
I was
stuff. So
thinking.
then this is kind of like her like almost sexual awakening.
yeah,
He
I
was
thought
hot
he
as
was
fuck.
actually gonna say she was a virgin. That's what I thought was gonna happen.
But also the fucking RJ dug himself a fucking grave,
I
man,
know, he's an
because he was like,
idiot.
"It's just a movie, babe. It's not real."
Yeah, he totally-
Since when did you become a prude? That
Yeah.
was great. And she said
Yeah.
it back to him, and I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
I just love his reaction, dude. Like she's like, I want to be in the movie. He's just like, fuck. He's like that Jordan Peele meme of the sweat.
He had good excuses though.
He
Honestly,
did. No, I felt like, and again, I feel like that's part of the movie where a lot of people will laugh, but reverse the roles. And if that was a woman who her husband just cheated, it'd be the complete opposite.
I don't
Like,
know.
if-
I'd be like that guy. I'd be taking notes if that was a guy who was like, I want to be in the movie.
It does make me feel.
But-
I feel like
kinda
it's worse.
it
I feel like
makes
if
me-
it's worse if it
No,
was
it's
the girl.
same thing.
No, because like the whole thing about like the one because it's like It's like, well, doesn't make any sense, but like it's the girl letting in the guy, right? So the girl, like, since it's the girl letting in the guy to her vagina.
No, you're fucking a person. That's the same thing.
Yeah, but no, but listen, like the
But listen.
because I don't want to go on. Nah, I'm
No,
not gonna go
because
into
if
that.
you
Come on,
had,
say, John.
No, if you had two
I'm not gonna do a
women-
biology session.
No, if you had two women, and the boyfriend was like, "Hey, I want to be in on this," and the girlfriend's like, "No," it's the same thing.
Yeah, I know, but yeah, I know. But I'm saying it would be better. It wouldn't be
No.
it wouldn't be as crazy if it was the guy, because like I'd be like, shit, I'd be taking notes and stuff like,
It
oh,
would-
he pulled that off. But the girl, it's different.
So
with the
how
girl.
is it different then?
I just said I don't want to go into like a biology session.
It's not biology. It's
Yeah,
just
it is
morals.
actually.
I don't see how it's biology.
It's
yeah.
just morals.
All right, cut this out, and I'll.
No,
I'll
no,
I'll- 'cause
no,
I don't
no,
want to go into
no,
No,
stupid
listen,
politics.
listen.
Because listen,
No,
when you
people would
'cause-
rather see a male cheat, and it would be
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm saying.
most horrible thing. No, it would be the most horrible thing for that girl. But then
Yeah.
it's funny when the guy's crying in the shower because his girlfriend cheated because
Well,
she
it's
was
funny
in a
to me.
sexual awakening.
wait, you just proved my point. You just said people rather see the guy have sex, because I don't want this. I don't cut this out. But like if you look at it from a partner selection type thing.
I'm not going to agree with you.
If you look at a partner selection type thing, historically, women have to be choosier partners, which they are because they have more variables when they take into consideration a partner. But with men, there's a
You're
lot
not
less.
choosing a partner.
But
It's a porno.
I know, but you're still having sex. So one of the things why does society portray a man who has sex a lot as a player, and then a woman who has sex a lot with a
Can
whore?
I answer that?
No, I'm explaining myself to you guys, and you're like, oh no, let me say this. The reason for that is because there's a biological thing that, well, if a woman has sex with a lot of men, she's not a good partner. She's not good at partner selection, so she's not going to be a good partner. But for the man, it's the other way around. I'm not justifying that and saying, oh, that's good, but that's one of the things that is kind of unfairly programmed into our brains a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Don't put that in the podcast. I don't want people to think that I'm trying to be smart.
Anyway, well, okay, so about the I'm putting it in the podcast with the
Don't do it. I don't know anything.
with the I don't know. Are you convinced though that she? I don't know.
'Cause
I'm
it
so
let's-
surprised she didn't die.
Let's say logically real quick, it could have gone both ways. It could have been the guy would have been like, "Oh, I want to be in this," and like be with the hot blonde, and the other and Mia Goth.
Yeah, I was
So it could have been both ways, but they picked the more obvious route. I feel like.
I thought it would have been fun. Like, it would have been more interesting if he was like, "Fuck, I'll have sex with her then,"
Yeah, yeah.
and see what the girlfriend would do. I
yeah.
thought that I was if I was that guy, I'd immediately say that.
Yeah.
It's really weird though to me, because when she asked the first question, like, "Do you believe in love?" and then 2 seconds later she was like, "I want
Right.
to fuck
Well, because
everyone."
she
Right,
sang
right.
that song that got her all horny and stuff.
and I don't know, like watching her like have a revelation, like, "Oh, I really like this kind of stuff." It was kind of awkward.
Yeah, when she's just looking at the cock going into the vagina, she's like, "Oh," she's like, "Dude, that's like that scene in Boogie Nights, dude. When Dirk Diggler first shows his penis, and because he has a 14-inch cock in that movie, and they
Did you
show
count
Philip
every inch?
Seymour Hoffman's, they show Philip Seymour Hoffman as the boom operator because he's a gay guy, and he's looking at the
Oh.
cock going gulp gulp like that, and that was like the same scene. This
Hmm.
movie, Barker should have saw this movie. He would have loved it. But because of the cock stuff, not because he's a fan of Boogie Nights. But were you guys surprised that the main girl didn't die? I thought 100%.
I
she
I
was
thought
gonna
the
die.
church mouse was gonna survive and the main girl was gonna die.
No,
Actually,
no. You don't watch enough horror movies.
well, no, I understand. Like, okay, I would have liked it to be that way.
Mm-hmm.
I understand why I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I also thought it was stupid though. Like towards the end, the church mouse, and church mouse is the name. That's what they call the girl that we were just talking about
Mhm.
that chose to have sex. The church mouse, she fucking
I
escapes
think
the
her
base.
last name
she
is
es-
Ortega.
She escapes,
Jenny Ortega.
she escapes the basement and she's like, "I'm gonna scream as loud as I can and be mad at everything." It's like, what an idiot! Like that was out of character. I thought.
I don't
think
know.
it was unnecessary.
Wait, she was in Scream.
Yeah, Scream 5.
She was Vice President's daughter in Iron Man 3.
Also, the only problem I had with the special effects,
Mm-hmm.
was the alligator kill scene.
I didn't even. You can't. It was too dark for me to even notice.
It's just because it looked
did
like a
feel
doll.
yeah, it did feel like a little. But once she was, in-
Although I thought I saw a fin, and I was like, alligators don't have fins.
It just looked
and
like they
neither does
rolled
what's-her-face.
a rubber body over. It just didn't
that one
look
scene was good when she was in the river and they show the alligator.
Yeah, that was.
Oh,
good.
that
they
was
show
cool.
they show the
That looked like Jaws.
they show the what do you call it?
Ariel.
The aerial shot of like the alligator, and you're like, oh shit. And then they cut to her swimming for like a little, and I'm like, okay, this is good because we don't see the alligator. So leaving it up to our mind to determine how far away is how the alligator is way better than just showing it because our mind will create more tension than anything we could see on screen. And then they cut back to the aerial shot, and the alligator's not close at all. I'm like, oh, what are you doing? And then they cut back to that shot of her getting on the dock, and you can't see the alligator. I'm like, okay, they're back to it. That scene was pretty well done.
Johnny was freaking out in this movie. Like he was like,
Yeah, dude, this movie had some good shit. Like, and also like the guy, like one of the dumbest things I thought is like the guy Wade. He's like, oh, let me look through these eye holes. What are you doing?
I literally was like this. I was like, come on.
Don't
And
do
the
that.
3 holes are perfectly spaced for a
yeah,
pitchfork.
like
Come on.
she planned it.
Don't put your eyeballs there.
Yeah.
Dude, just go walk around. I know you got a knife and a nail in your foot. But
I
that
knew-
was rough, man. That fucking nail in the foot, the Home Alone, like in
Yeah.
Home Alone. Oh, I can't
I
stand
knew
it.
everybody was gonna flinch with that, but like I said, the special effects for that were good and they were realistic. I feel like.
Yeah.
No,
But-
sorry.
Huh?
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, but for the what was I gonna say? Oh, the holes in the thing. I was just like, yeah, dude, like, come on, like everybody knows what's gonna happen.
You know what the scariest jump scare was? Was when the old lady slapped the girl. That's it. That scared me the most. When the old lady's like slap.
Yeah, I didn't expect that. It was really abrupt.
That like scared me. I was
I
like, oh,
thought,
okay.
Well, I thought the biggest jump scare for me was like when she's running away from the house and the husband's like, "Watch out!" Or not the husband, the fiance, and he's just like. Also, what was that scene when
that
the
music too?
when
It was like "Da-da-da!"
the church, the church mouse girl. That was another dumb thing that happened. One of the 3 things is the girl standing outside and like the guy. If you see your friend or somebody like standing out the door, you go like, "Hey, Jenny." Whatever the fuck, or Lorraine, what are you doing over there? You whisper because people are sleeping. You don't walk up to them and go,
Yeah,
"Hey, what are
yeah,
you doing?"
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
what the? I was like, okay, you wouldn't do that. Like, that's a hard.
Also,
movie.
they must have edited it weird because they made his hand look like an old person's hand. They
Did
they?
definitely did.
I didn't
yeah.
notice.
It looked like an old person's hand at first, but how do you guys feel about like that weird transition they had with some scenes where they would cut
Oh,
to a
they would
scene
cut
really
like
quickly?
that? I
And
was
they
gonna
cut
ask you
back.
about
do
that.
like this chopped up layer. I
well,
know.
like with the eye scene, like they chopped back. Is that what you're talking about?
Well, not that. Like, okay, so let's say they're filming like a porno or something, right? And then they cut to.
Dang 'em. He said porno.
Oh,
You said it before, but I couldn't catch it.
you didn't put. What about? If I said porn, would that have been different?
No, you said porno.
I don't
I
know.
wrote porno.
Yeah. You fucking
Shit.
You
fucked
suck.
up.
You didn't get anything yet.
I have
What
to-
the
I
fuck?
didn't. I'm
I have
really
to put it.
lucky.
I have to put that one on my tab.
Okay.
Well, you gotta do one of them because
which
you had
means
2, right?
that means you're gonna have
I'll
one.
have a
you'll-
full shot on my next one.
You'll have a half. Well, that's a half.
Can I
shot.
save these all for Morbius so I can get really drunk for Morbius?
Okay.
Yes, that's a good one. Okay. So I have a full shot to take for Morbius. What was I saying? But so so they'll be filming the porno, right? And then into the transition into the next scene will be her swimming from that aerial shot, right?
Oh, like the flipping
And
back
it-
and forth.
Yeah, and then it goes boom, and you're like, okay, we're in the next scene. It goes, no, we're not. We're back to this scene,
Yeah.
and then it goes back,
Yeah.
and then back one last time. There's this weird like chop that it has to like a chop dissolve. Or
Why?
something.
Why would they do that? Stylistic. Like,
I
what's
don't
the
know.
point of that?
I
I'm
didn't
sure there's
mind it.
some.
Was it like juxtaposition kind of shit?
Yeah, I didn't mind it just because it was different, and I was like, okay, whatever. You're talking about like the quick flashes back and forth, or are you talking about like the guys with the eye scene and then
No,
it
not
went back
that,
to
not
something
that.
else?
That fucking scared me too. That was
When
I
it
was like,
came
fuck
back
you.
and you're like,
I was like,
"What?"
fuck you. I thought I was past this.
Yeah. Why in the beginning did they show a cow that got hit by a truck? Why did that matter?
because
that
it's blood. Like it's foreshadowing.
Yeah, it was just one of those like that was the thing where I was like, okay, this is every horror movie ever made. Is
Yeah.
like when they just show like a thing like, oh,
It's foreshadowing a grotesque event.
we're not gonna see any gore until like an hour later, so
Right.
let's just show them a fucked up cow.
Yeah.
Also, was he feeding the bodies to the alligator?
He was bringing them to, he was dumping them in the river.
Yeah, and they've obviously done this like multiple times.
Yeah, 'cause there's a car in
There
there.
was the
And there's
punch
that
buggy in
that
it.
guy in the basement
Oh yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah,
it.
we never found anything else.
who definitely
about
got
that.
his cock sucked by a fucking old lady.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
That's definitely what happened.
Well, that's why they panned down, because his pants were off.
Yeah, I wasn't thinking about that. I couldn't figure out if that was RJ.
I know. I thought that was
or-
him at first.
When she's because the whole time she's like, I'm gonna be a damn star, whatever. I can't do the accent, but she's like, I'm gonna be a star, and I ain't gonna take any life that I don't deserve.
I'm tired of digging holes,
So-
Daddy.
Yeah, right. Well, that's too damn bad. Well, do you think like her saying that at the end was her going, oh, I'm not gonna do this, because we find out that she was the daughter of the pastor on TV.
Yeah.
So do you think that was her going like, I ain't gonna have no life that I don't deserve? That was like her getting out of the porn industry?
Probably. I mean,
or
like,
did that mean just something else? Like, what was?
no, it probably definitely meant that because the father on the TV, which by the way, guys, that's like one of the twists. One of the twists is where she's the daughter of her pastor, and the pastor's like, I want my daughter to come home and wash herself away from this sin or whatever.
Do you
And
think
the-
do you think she goes home at
I
the
think
end?
she goes home.
Yeah, and the whole point of it was like the whole time you're seeing parts of that sermon being read by that guy. So
Yeah.
you're seeing him the whole movie, and then you're like, oh shit, it's his daughter.
Kind of how dare the pastor to like basically dox the daughter, like her physical appearance. This is what my daughter looks
Yeah.
like. I can't believe she's done this. Like
Yeah,
that's kind of
yeah.
shitty.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she probably did go home.
I would be okay with
Because-
this with a sequel where the father ends up being a fucking murderer.
Well,
or
they
some
Yeah.
shit.
they filmed a prequel
Because no,
secretly, apparently.
secretly,
oh, with the punch buggy people.
maybe,
How funny would that?
That would
be?
be fucking awesome.
maybe. So what is that going to come out next year?
I don't know.
Yeah,
Well, they
maybe.
said they filmed a prequel, but the Mia Goth girl's back, so maybe she plays just the old lady.
Yeah, that would make the most sense.
I don't know. Strange.
I got a question.
What?
I remember asking my friends this, saying, let's say it's senior night or whatever, like high school, or maybe you're just going out with your friends, and you came into a lot of money, like you won the lottery or something, and you go to like get an $8,000 Airbnb for a week, and then it ends up happening. The bank calls you, hey, this was a fake lottery ticket. I'm sorry. And the tenant is a really old lady, and she says, you could either have sex with me or I'm calling the police. What would you do? Because you need to pay
What
$8
kind
grand.
of was it's this old lady or is
It could be a little better looking.
Because if it's like Helen Mirren, I'm like, okay, I can do that. If it's
Oh,
like, how old is old lady?
a cross between this one and Helen Mirren. Would you have sex with her or go to prison?
Oh, I'd have sex with her. Can I put a condom on?
Yeah, well, it's not like it would matter,
I
but
would,
yeah.
I would have sex with her.
All
I
right,
could have sex with half
okay.
of Helen Mirren. What about Jane Fonda? Can I have sex with Jane Fonda? I'd
I
fuck
don't
Jane
know who
Fonda.
that is. Well, I probably know who that is. I don't-
You know who
Yeah, you know
Jane
who that is.
Fonda
Come on.
is.
She's like the exercise.
I
You
said
French
I probably.
hat wearing
I said I
fraud.
probably know who she is. I can't picture her.
She's like
though.
the exercise queen of the 80s.
Who was your favorite character?
No one.
That's a good
The
question.
I
alli-
liked.
the
I
alligator.
liked Church Mouse.
Yeah, she's hot as fuck.
If I had to pick, I'd have to pick it, RJ, just 'cause he's like the most normal.
I think he's the least normal because he's lying to himself. I think the whole time.
But that's
Gotta
what
make
people
this
do.
Cinema. It's gonna be better. than
I
everybody's
I
ever
don't
done
like
it.
I don't like RJ because not only do I think he's lying to himself, but I don't know. I think he's like grimy. Where the others are like, this is our life and we're proud of it. RJ's kind of like
I guess.
not
yeah.
really.
And
Proud
that's
of it.
another. That's like another thing it has in common with Boogie Nights, because Jack Horner's Burt Reynolds' character from Boogie Nights, his whole thing too is like, I want to make a movie that's so good, like I want it to be more than a porno, and like after they come, they're gonna have to sit in it to see how the story ends, like whatever.
Ew.
And that was like his whole thing. And in this one, he's gonna be like, it's gonna be better than a porno, man. It's gonna be like good. It's gonna be cinema. It's gonna be
Go ahead.
Semina.
Ew.
Trademark it.
No.
I just yes, I did it.
No.
I just made the
Do you
best thing.
do you think
Cinema. Semina.
Semen.
Semina?
Oh,
Semina's a good one.
I'm such a genius, dude.
That's
Anyway.
not quite the word I use.
I totally forgot what I was gonna say now.
Good. Probably wasn't valuable anyway.
Oh yeah, no.
pretty
Do you think that they can make? Do you think their porno is better than anything you've ever made?
Well, here's the thing, right? There's so that was one thing I was like, okay, because like when they're showing us like the picture or they're showing us the footage from the porno, they can't just I get because since they show it to us for so long, I guess they decided that they can't make it look shitty because they don't have any lights. There's no lights, right? But then they show all the in the shots, they're like perfectly lit. Well, not perfectly, but like the guy when the rapper when the what's his name?
Kid Cudi.
When the Kid Cudi's standing outside the door, you can tell he has like the sun perfectly lit and everything, and they definitely have some like reflectors and like they have shit on him, and then they cut to like actually filming it, and there's nothing there, and I'm like, okay, that was a little bit. I mean, it's not like a.
What about how
It doesn't ruin the
how
movie,
he
I'm
was
just
standing
like-
out there naked? He's like, once a Marine, always a Marine.
Yeah,
Like,
and then he
it's
gets
so-
killed instant. And then a guy puts a shot. An old guy puts a shotgun in front of him for like a second, and he just doesn't move. But
Shotgun.
so a shot and a half.
for both of us.
Well, like it doesn't matter if it's two, right? It's just
It doesn't
one,
matter if it's
No,
two.
I'm just
Yeah, no,
saying.
it doesn't matter.
But that was funny.
Yeah, I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was good.
Why did he walk into the water? You would not walk into
Well, it
that
didn't
water.
matter anyway.
Yeah, but still, like, why?
I thought
was
a
like,
gator
Oh,
was gonna get
also,
him.
speaking of that whole thing where like they were looking for the wife or whatever, I did not think that the husband was gonna end up being a bad guy.
Hmm.
I thought he was genuinely like, "Where the fuck is my wife?"
Really?
Yeah. Also, not only did I think that, but if the whole plan the whole time was for the husband and the wife to just kill people, how come the husband was like, "You're trying to seduce my wife"? It's like,
Because he's fucking old
But-
and is probably senile.
no, I don't know. Because it's like he's trying to like, is he trying to make himself feel better about killing a man? Like, it's
Maybe.
weird.
He's just an old man like that's senile and like doesn't even have any idea what
It's
the
like-
fuck's going on either.
You're a serial killer. You don't need a motive. Just do it, man.
Yeah, they're just senile old people.
Well, I did find it kind of weird how they're like, "You're the devil's. You're doing the devil's business, you damn bohemians." And then he's like, "Oh yeah, come on, wife, let's go kidnap this girl so you can have lesbian sex with her."
I don't think they ever talked about purity. I think
it's true.
only the wife ever just said you're a whore,
Yeah.
and that's just because she was jealous. But
Right.
they are unpure people.
Yeah, that's like jealousy and envy. Like those, like I understood that because I was like, oh, well, she's just pointing a finger at somebody
Bro.
because she can't have that.
I guarantee you, we could find each deadly sin in this movie.
Yeah.
Guarantee you,
Mhm.
because like what
The
like
guy who's making the
greed
movie is greed.
is greed.
Sloth, what's that again?
Sloth is like you're lazy.
Like I guess that could be the blonde
That would-
because all she does is like fuck for money.
no, she would be lust.
Well, less too, but
I don't. Maybe you can't do all of
Maybe-
them. You could do a lot of them.
maybe
you could do a
AJ
lot of
is-
them.
M-
Whose head
AJ
is in the box?
What?
Somebody knows.
what?
Whose head is in the box? The 7 deadly sins. Whose head is in the box?
What
What's in
the
the
fuck
box?
Thanks for ruining the movie for me, by the way.
No,
I
but
never finished
sloth
that.
could
Oh, I'm sorry for spoiling that 34-year-old movie. or
You
however.
literally, whenever anyone would talk about it, you're like, guys, we don't know if anyone's seen it all yet. You're stupid.
What are you talking?
Sloth
Yeah, for
could
new
be
movies that came out a
AJ.
month ago.
sloth could be AJ
Why? How is he lazy?
Yeah, how's he lazy?
because he's just thinking that he's gonna make money off of like he's gonna make secondary money off what the other guy's gonna make money off.
No,
Wouldn't that be
he's
greed?
no, he's pride. RJ
Okay.
is pride because he wants it to be good. Like he can't take away his
Well,
pride.
lust could be the old woman too.
I think everyone's
that's
lust.
true.
Everyone's
Yeah,
kinda
lust and
lust.
envy. Yeah,
And then what are the other ones? There's
Who's Kevin Spacey? Who's the
Wrath.
pedophile?
there's wrath.
wrath would be
The husband
perhaps the husband.
Yeah, I would say so out of all of them.
or the alligator? Fuck!
Yeah, I thought no one
I
was
have
gonna
to,
say
I have
it.
to take 2
I
shots.
said gator, so that didn't count.
Everybody has to
This
take
is
2
awesome.
shots.
Oh, that's great. You suck.
What is that for? Morbius?
Morbius is the
Morbius.
vampire Marvel movie
Eh.
that we cannot wait for.
Is that like an actual character? Or they just make one up.
no,
No,
he's a
that's
real
an actual
character.
character. Oh, okay.
There's so
He's
many
a
characters.
Spi-
in
he's a
Marvel.
Spider-Man
You gotta
villain.
Do that.
Okay.
He's a Spider-Man villain, and it looks so. I cannot wait to see that movie. It was
Looks
supposed to come out in
pretty decent.
January, and they pushed it back after Spider-Man.
Yeah.
But yeah, if I had to watch this movie again, I wouldn't.
I could probably watch it again in a few. Horror movies to me are not very rewatchable.
No, they're not. I agree with that. I
yeah.
agree with that.
I think there's only a few movies I ever rewatch.
There's only a handful that I rewatch. Yeah.
Like I'll always rewatch the Lord of the Rings movies. I think those are great.
That's
I
not
think
horror.
no, I know, but like anything, like because like I don't watch enough horror to really know
Yeah.
like what's a good horror. I'll rewatch Green Room. Though I
That's
think
great.
Green Room's great, and
That's
I
a
think
psychological thriller.
I think
if
Johnny should
anything.
watch
Yeah,
that.
that's great.
Is Patrick Stewart in that?
Patrick
Yeah,
Stewart
he's
is in it.
great.
I want.
Anton
I really
Yelchin.
want to do a screenshot
That's
episode
one of
on it.
Anton Yelchin's last movies.
Yeah, what a shame, huh?
Can I want to recommend a movie.
Yeah, well,
Okay,
you know,
do it.
let's go into the whole thing. Let's do final thoughts, and we'll go into the movie Rex and the words. Final thoughts, Johnny.
It was fine.
Amanda, final thoughts.
As I say, it was fine. Like,
No, I thought it was really good.
No, it's not terrible. I wouldn't watch it again. I would suggest it to somebody who is new to horror and is trying to feel out what kind of horror they like.
It was above my expectations, and there are a select few people I would recommend this to. All right, Johnny, give us a movie recommendation. Or, man, you want to go first or second?
Yeah, Amanda goes first.
All right,
I know
Amanda.
mine though.
Mainly because I just love like the mid 2000s the most with horror movies because they really dug into not giving a shit about anything. There's two from the mid 2000s that I want to recommend, and then there's also one that's a little bit ahead of it. So there's Rest Stop. Rest Stop's like 2006, I think. It was fucking great. It's a real life situation that could happen, and it's nuts. And then there's I Spit on Your Grave, which is a terrible
Isn't that like
movie.
illegal in some countries?
Yes, it's illegal in a lot of countries, not America.
That's like a thing you hear like
Yeah.
on
Wait, the
Disney
movie is
Channel
legal or
Yes.
spitting on somebody's grave?
Both. No.
I don't think
Um,
spitting. Yeah, no, the movie's
the
like
movie
illegal.
is illegal in Australia and like a bunch of other countries
Why?
because it's so bad.
Like bad, like
It's just it's a subject matter that people aren't comfortable with.
Well, like in China, they don't like having movies about ghosts because it's against like their culture.
Yeah.
It's like weird.
So-
shit
that's why
like that, I guess.
Suicide Squad wasn't released there.
That's right.
Yeah,
That is
so-
right.
I Spit on Your Grave. It's a tough movie if you have trigger issues with rape and stuff. I would suggest not
gee,
watching it.
That's fucked.
But it's a true horror movie in my opinion. Rest Stop is a little more gory, but it's great. And then Would You Rather is a great one. I think it's still on Netflix.
Is that the game when they play the game?
Don't ruin it. Don't spoil it.
Probably.
Yeah, I remember seeing the clip of that. I'm
Because
I saw it when I was
again-
young.
I'm like,
yeah,
oh no.
Young.
I was like, I watched it on HBO in like middle school.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I remember because I had a Vizio flat screen TV in my room. It
You
was
sure you
pretty
didn't see
cool.
Truth or Dare?
No, it was definitely Would
Truth
You
or
Rather.
Dare.
Okay, so Johnny, what are your recommendations?
My recommendation is the movie I've been talking about this whole time. Boogie Nights was the great Paul Thomas Anderson's second movie that came out in 1997. It's rated R, 2 hours and 35 minutes. It's a drama, 85 on Metacritic. Has a great cast. The logline is back when sex was safe, pleasure was a business, and business was booming. An idealistic porn producer aspires to elevate his craft to an art when he discovers a hot young talent, which is Mark Wahlberg plays Eddie Adams. Eventually, he takes the stage name Dirk Diggler, and it's just, it's basically the Goodfellas but the porn industry, sort of. And it's like a classic movie. It's Mark Wahlberg, Julianne Moore, Burt Reynolds, Louise Guzman, John C. Reilly, Don Cheadle, Heather Graham, William H. Macy, a lot of other people. I said Heather Graham already.
Yeah, I've never seen it. I'll have to watch
Ricky
it 'cause I
Jay.
didn't know that's
Philip
what that
Seymour
was about.
Hoffman. Oh, it's so good. You guys got to watch it. It's so
Yeah.
good. It's one of Danny's favorite movies, which is why I saw Danny. Me and Danny went to the driving range today, and he was like, "Oh, you doing anything later?" And I'm like, "I'm going to see X." He goes, "I'll go see that," and then he couldn't because he had work. But he's gonna be pissed that he didn't see this.
Yeah, I would have liked to. Danny, if you're listening to this, when we do Elvis, you got to dress up as John Mayer for the
Yeah.
podcast. Johnny's being we'll let it be.
Well,
a surprise.
Danny was telling me that today. He kind of already dresses up like John Mayer.
But we gotta he's got to bring his guitar and he's got to
Talk like him and
look
shit,
cool.
yeah.
Also, Paul
something.
Thomas Anderson was 27 when he made Boogie Nights, or 26.
All right, let's do a word reveal
Wait.
and we'll sign. Okay, one more.
Also with Would You Rather movie, Britney Snow's in that too. And it was
Oh.
2012.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she's in it.
Yeah,
too.
2012. I was
Yeah, that
eighth
makes sense.
freshman. Yeah.
I thought it was like 2016. That's why I was like, oh, are you sure?
All right, word reveal. I'll go first. I had alligator, shotgun, sex, cinema, husband. All of them scratched off. No. One of them to Amanda, I think. The rest to Johnny. Go ahead,
What time
Amanda.
is it?
I crossed them out. It's hard to see. I had old lady, shotgun, porno, and lay down on top of them, and then boobs was the only one that wasn't said.
Hell yeah, Johnny.
I had garbage, horror, movies, porn, and girlfriend. I was trying to get her to say porn,
you
but she
go.
kept saying fucking porno. And I'm like, say porn.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. That's about it.
What's our next podcast? If you want to see me take all these shots, go watch the Morbius
You have to watch the
one.
Morbius episode.
Yeah, you have
April
to.
Yeah,
1st,
subscribe
baby.
and watch the Morbius. I don't think I've ever asked anyone to subscribe.
We will finally find out
Subscribe.
if Morbius is a real movie or just the biggest April
You can
Fool's joke of
so
all
tell
time.
it's like a Sony like we got to put something out
Dude,
to
it
keep the
feels
rights.
it's so funny.
It's such a
dude.
Sony
Like, it feels
movie,
like the
man.
exact same thing as Venom.
Exact. Subscribe and wait for that to come out. Otherwise,
But
the
with
next one we do
Jared
the next
Leto.
one we do is Moon Knight.
Yeah.
I feel like Kayla is something Kayla would like to watch.
Moon Knight.
Yeah, 'cause she always liked the Marvel TV shows. That's about it, guys. We will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Peace.
Bye.